Let's take the Twilight Prince to nightfall. Thank you to our final patrons, Strawbones, 4765, Midnight Gem Lord, Sean, and Artgoon. And a very big thank you to our $25 patron, Alex Ice Rose. Now, we have this breakdown / discussion on how I, that guy with a pencil, would send the Twilight Prince deep into the everlasting darkness. Please remember to leave your own thoughts on how you take Tristan to the death in the comments section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below. You support for as low as $1 a month. Thanks for some videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Now, let's hop into the discussion. What's up, guys? I'm Pencil here, and here we are to talk about how I would personally remove the son of Twilight and just, take his life. So the thing is, right, Tristan is a character who I feel almost can't go, which is weird, but I think it kind of makes sense. One, he's the children of the previous main characters, so obviously he has some extra clout, like so much extra clout in comparison to a lot of his contemporaries, more than even Lancelot, and Lancelot has a lot of clout himself in terms of connections to the original series. But Tristan seems to have even more clout, like literally the child of Elizabeth and Meliodas, the grandchild of the gods, the great-grandkid of chaos, like legitimately he has a whole ton of backing for him. And I think, considering I'm like 99.9999999999999999999999999% sure that the royal family of Leonis is not going to be around for the entire narrative. I do definitely think Meliodas and Elizabeth are getting removed from the story, whether it be packing or sealing one way or another. I don't think Tristan really has any chance of dying. I don't know. But part of me is like, Nakaba would go out of his way to kill the one hybrid of the two strongest species. Like, legitimately, I could see it. That's the thing. I'm in a very weird 50-50 spot. And that's why I'm kind of struggling to think of a way to get rid of Tristan. Like, to properly remove him from the narrative. I think I almost would like a balance between everything, which is, ironically enough, that's what Tristan is, but a balance between self-sacrifice, cool factor, and self-acceptance. Because Tristan's main journey so far seems to be a lack of understanding of himself, his heritage, his history. That seems to be a very big part of who Tristan is. Right now, he's wondering about his past. He's afraid of his powers. All of his powers don't mix well. He's in a constant state of agony because of his very biology. I think Tristan and his journey is going to be very much about understanding history, understanding his bloodline, understanding his powers. And I think the final fight is a great way to show a culmination of this, and especially end with his, ceasing of the living, if you will. If we were to do that, if we were to get that nice and juicy stuff down pat, then I think we can make something work. So I think a balance between self-sacrificing for the goddess representative, cool factor for the demon side representative, and self-acceptance and understanding for the human part of him, I think that would be a great way to send him out. So personally, if I were writing, and if I were Nakaba Suzuki, in the final battle with Arthur, Mordred, any final character, Chaos itself, whatever you want to be, I think it should be where Tristan finally understands who he is. Because realize, if any of the final combatants have anything to do with Chaos, indirectly, don't get me wrong, Chaos did not biologically birth the Supreme Deity and the Demon King. But still, Chaos and Tristan are very closely tied, not just for the fact that they are a hybrid of light and darkness, but on top of that, they're tied in the fact that it's literally a direct descendant. Tristan is the great-grandchild of Chaos. Chaos is like 3 generations back in Tristan's biology. So him accepting that fact, him accepting that he is truly a balance of light and darkness, him understanding that he and Chaos are one and the same, would be a beautiful way to wrap up this revelation and understanding in this journey of Tristan learning about himself, learning about his history, and learning what that means, what it means to be a member of the Demon Clan, what it means to be a member of the Goddess Clan, what it means to be human, and then making his own meaning and what it means to be all three at once. And then you could have a pretty cool moment. This is where, like, we gotta get it cool, we gotta get it epic, we gotta get crazy, big final battle stuff. if you don't want to give him true magic, which is something I understand, maybe not. Elizabeth didn't have one. Meliodas had one. It's really 50-50 on whether or not Tristan's going to get it. Tristan is a main character, but so was Elizabeth at the time, so it's really hard to argue whether or not Nakaba would give it to him. If not that, I'd say give him a perfectly balanced fusion of Assault Mode and Let There Be Light. Because if he has the dark cloak with some dark wings and all the extra wings and the symbol of the Triskelion behind him, heck, you could even unify it, like have the Triskelion be born of darkness and some of the wings fading and flickering back and forth between black and white. I think that would be a great way to show the chaotic imbalance of the union that is Tristan the Nephilim, yet at the same time show he understands that chaotic imbalance and isn't trying to fight it anymore. He's trying to use it to its point. As chaotic as it may be, it can still be a tool used to help people, and help people is what he's going to do by taking down the monster that is Chaos King Arthur and chaos itself. I think it'd be neat. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a final cool transformation. You could even have build up to it by Tristan like almost going into a form like this throughout the entire narrative. Like he turns on Demon Mark, but then some of his goddess powers flicker up, or he turns on his goddess powers and his Demon Mark starts to act up. And you have this slow bit where Tristan, like he does now, tries to keep separating them, tries to keep them separate because he sees them as separate. He sees a power as one he likes, a power he doesn't like. So he tries to keep them apart. And then in this final battle, to really show his growth and really show his acceptance of both sides, he utilizes both power at the same time. He stops fighting it, he dives into his full potential, and he really shows off the power of a demon goddess human hybrid against the original light and dark balance that is chaos. And then obviously for the self-sacrifice part, I think there are multiple ways to do this. You don't have to do it in any one particular way. You could merge a couple of them too. But personally, I very much believe that Tristan should end up being a sort of replacement for Chaos, a substitute for him in the absence of the original creator. Like, say, hypothetically, them defeating Arthur and them defeating Chaos isn't as good as it's cracked up to be. Like, the world was based on its continued existence. That's why the Supreme Deity and the Demon King never destroyed it, because they realized if they were to try and destroy it, its realm would fall apart. All of its creations would. So they need a new stabilizer. They need a new thing to hold the world together. And you could either have it by Tristan absorbing Chaos or literally just taking up its role as holding the world together. This may end up sounding very familiar to certain fans of a series named after a cleaning product, but I do really like that idea. I get that it goes unexplored in that series with one of its main characters. It much more uses a background character for that. A very important background character, but still a background character. So I think it would be a great way, after an amazing final battle, if we really want to give the cool side to the Demon Mark, you have Tristan go all out. He's going crazy. He's firing arc spears mixed with darkness to have that really extra chaotic effect. He's calling out the souls of Arthur and every single person he's absorbed or created. He's out here body slamming him with dark constructs, fused with light constructs, different enchantments and all that. We really get the full use of this Twilight form. I keep calling it Twilight because I think it's a really cool. So, like, whatever, Twilight Tristan would have this really cool battle, but then in the end, as Camelot or wherever they're fighting starts to fall apart because Chaos has been essentially banished or destroyed or something from this realm, Tristan's like, you guys, don't worry, I got this. And then he properly merges. Like, notably in the battle itself, it would literally be like a dark light hybrid form. Like, one eye would be Triskelion, one eye would be demon, or you could have both eyes be like dark Triskelion to show off the combination of power. But then, like, suddenly it all goes gray. It's the perfect balance. It's really a union between light and darkness. So much darkness that the goddess clan, so much darkness that the demon clan feared it, so much light that the goddess clan revered it, and have that be embodied through Tristan. And have him be the new nexus point, the new thing that holds all the realms together. But obviously doing that takes up a lot of his energy, it takes up a lot of his power, it takes up a lot of his life. And in order to make sure that it's going to work, his friends need to properly lock him in place. Like, essentially putting a seal on the key that is Tristan. Like, making sure that he will stay in this state, or at least his body will stay in this state. And then Tristan either could literally just perish, like you literally just end him there and have his body just be the new nexus point, the light-dark connection that's holding together all the realms, or maintaining all the realms to make sure they don't fall to despair and literal destruction. And or you could have Tristan just, like, straight up be there metaphysically. Like, he's still there mentally and all that, but he just can't move, or he's stuck wherever he is, or he's gone. Essentially, I just want him. If that's the thing, I'm making sure that he's gone, either physically, metaphorically, one way or another. Tristan needs to be unable to do the living anymore. I think that's a good way to do it, mainly because, like, the whole idea of self-acceptance and taking up the role of the Chaos King seems like a role for Tristan, at least personally. Once again, I have no knowledge, no idea, not much knowledge anyway, of Arthurian mythology. Maybe this doesn't make sense for the original Tristan character at all. I'm just going with the Tristan we've gotten so far, the guy who's worried about his past, interested in it, yet fearing it at the same time, the guy who seems to be just a natural replacement for Chaos, the guy who seems to be a person building to the pinnacle. All that, I think it would be a nice juicy balance, a good way to really incorporate Tristan in a self-sacrificial way after giving him a cool fight, while showing him literally having the peak of self-acceptance, the willingness to sacrifice oneself after learning about oneself. I think all that would be really, really neat. I think it would be a great way to finish off the character permanently. But that's what I think. Do you guys think there's any other way we could have Tristan go out if he's going to go out? Do you think he shouldn't go out at all? Tell me that and more all in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you do have a Patreon down below. You support as low as $1 down a month. Links to videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.